So, a little bit of a different video on my channel, which is unusual, a bit of change for once. FIFA 17 is coming soon. I've already pre-ordered it because I'm a FIFA fanboy, I always have. And I wanted to do something a little bit different. I usually do gameplay, sort of FIFA gameplay and other games and whatever else. But I wanted to try something. Now, if I think this is a good series, then I think I'll continue it until FIFA 17. Where I will be taking maybe a club, maybe some nationalities, and giving what I think should be their rating in FIFA 17. Now, this is the team of the year from this year. Now, as you can see, some cards are sort of upgraded in transfers and whatever else to give me better chemistry, like transfer Dani Alves and obviously upgraded Neymar up there. And these aren't their team of the year cards either. I just wanted to get their base cards, just so that when I give my prediction, I kind of know the difference between their cards from FIFA 16 and what I think they'll be in FIFA 17. We've got our mate down here, and I think we'll be able to get this started. So, first we've got Manuel Neuer. Obviously, the world's best goalkeeper. I'm not going to put anyone above Manuel Neuer, I don't think. He is the best goalkeeper in the world. I think De Gea, Buffon, I was going to say Keylor Navas. I don't think he's quite as good as De Gea and Buffon, but he is a good keeper. Neuer, I think, is always going to be the best. Now, personally for me, I think goalkeepers need to all be upgraded by one. Just straight off the bat, not even if they've played well. Like, I think goalkeepers are underrated because you get forwards and midfielders who are always the highest rated players. They're always 94s, 93s, 92s, 91s, although I don't know if there are any 92s or 91s off the top of my head. But the highest defenders like 88 as a base card, and the highest goalkeepers are 90, and I think that's silly, especially as there's only one 90 keeper, and I think the second highest is what, 87, something like that. Let's check that. But anyway, I feel like Neuer should stay as a 90 for me. He just is the best goalkeeper, I think, like, in the world, and I don't know if anyone can really argue that. I mean, people do say, obviously, there's Oblak played amazing this season, didn't he? But I feel like some players just don't come near him. And obviously, you got De Gea at 86. We'll come on to him probably when I do a Man United video. As a Man United fan, I think that is probably the video I'll do next. But Neuer, he's not going to get any lower or any different from that. I think he's just going to stay as a 90. So next we've got Dani Alves. Now, I was so tempted to downgrade Dani Alves because he's a good player, but I feel like he's not as good as he used to be. And I feel like now, he's probably, when he was at Barca, probably the weak point. And because Juventus don't really play with fullbacks, they usually play sort of three defenders with defensive midfielders, as we've seen Alexandra sort of push up the field a bit more. So Alves is more likely to play as a right wing back and right mid. I just don't think that's where he's going to play very well. So unless if Juventus obviously play maybe a five at the back with wing backs and he stays back a bit more, although he's quite attacking as a full back, but I'm probably just going to keep him as an 84. I hope all of these aren't just going to be the same rating as they are right now. I don't think they are, especially some of the ones later. The front three might be argued actually, because I quite like Neymar in real life, so probably will push him up. But yeah, 84 for Dani Alves, I think that pretty much fits him. Thiago Silva, now this one is where I might get sort of, I don't know, people might disagree with me here, but I don't think Thiago Silva should be an 88. He's a great centre-back. I think he always is. Like, I think personally for me, I think he's got better with age. Obviously, since he left Milan, he seems to be much better, although he was decent in Milan as well. But I'd say an 87 for Thiago Silva because I think he's obviously still one of the best centre backs in the world. But at what, 32 now? He isn't. What, 32, 33? He isn't young anymore, and I think he's going to slow down and not be as good as he used to be. I still really like Thiago Silva. He doesn't do that great for Brazil actually, but he always does well for Paris Saint-Germain. I think an 87 would fit him because that's still a good rating. Then we've got Sergio Ramos. Now, a lot of people say he's like the best centre-back in the world. I can't agree. I think Boateng, Gerdin, much better than him. But still, I think an 87 fits him. Which, I don't know. I've never been a Ramos fan, to be honest. especially not in FIFA when I've used him, he's not tall as a centre-back. He's got high attacking work rate. And I always feel like some centre-backs, when they've got too much pace, like when it's over 75, they always seem to run too fast, and they always run past the ball. And that's annoying, and I like my centre-backs physical, and that's why I've never used Thiago Silva. Yeah, that's totally the reason, not just because I don't have any coins. But obviously, Thiago Silva isn't strong. 79 physical. I mean, I'm not saying he's not strong. He is strong, of course he is. But he's not... You know, for a centre-back, you're going to want physical of at least 83 for them to be proper strong. That's why I've been playing our boy mate down here. Don't know why I call him boy mate. He's literally got mate in his name. Like, God. Sergio Ramos, he's never been a good player for me in FIFA, but I do think 87 fits him. Then we come to Marcelo. Personally, I think fullback's the most underrated. I think Marcelo should be an 85, which is quite high. I think he's absolutely shocking in FIFA. I think he's terrible. But I think fullbacks are so underrated. The highest fullback's an 85, and that's Alaba, who, in my opinion, is one of the best defenders in the world. Some would say he's probably more of a centre-back now, because that's where he plays a lot for Bayern. But I do feel fullbacks need to be increased, and maybe 84 for Marcelo, but I definitely think he needs an upgrade, because he's not an 83-rated player at all. Like, nowhere near. Although it's not, Alaba's not the highest fullback, Lam is, but Lam started as a CDM. So anyway, I'm going to argue this forever, and I don't really want the video to drag on, so I'm just going to move on to Pogba. Oh, as a Man U fan, I'm both happy and unhappy that Pogba's joined. Obviously, Pogba, one of the world's best midfielders at like 23, and possibly to become one of the world's best players in the future. But 89 million? It's quite a big fee. So I'm not sure. He needs an upgrade. 87 rated, I think, would fit Pogba. I think he's going to be obviously overused in FIFA. He's amazing in FIFA, especially when I've used him in career modes, etc. So yeah, not much more I can say about Pogba. Modric, I think, year in, year out, is amazing. I think the way you can tell the difference here is if a Team of the Year player gets a Team of the Season, they probably deserve to be in the Team of the Year, because like players like Dani Alves and Sergio Ramos do not deserve it over, I don't know, Alaba and, oh God knows, Boateng. But Modric obviously got the Team of the Season as well. I think he's bad in FIFA, but then again, I prefer OP players over high rating. But anyway, he's just such a great mid in real life. Should be higher than Pogba, I think. So I would probably say an 88 for Modric. Then we've got Iniesta, a player I've actually got in my club. Yeah, first owner, let's go. I can't even sell him. He's a fucking untradeable, which is always good, isn't it? Iniesta's good every year, and I don't think Iniesta's ever going to change. He's never going to be bad. He's Iniesta. He's always there. He's always good for Barcelona. So I think an 88 should just stay there. Although personally I think he should be faster. I feel in real life he's actually faster, despite the fact he's, what, 32, 33 now? So maybe 80 pace. Also needs to be a little bit stronger because he's very weak in game. Not a massive fan, although the stats show he's a decent player. So I did like using him. So yeah, move on. Messi, oh God, what do I say about Messi? I don't want to upset people. Messi obviously is a great footballer, one of the best footballers to ever live, but for me, like, he has sort of slowed a little bit. Whereas Ronaldo seems to be getting better with age. I think Messi's slowing down. This is a sort of Rooney effect where you're amazing for like the early part of your career, and at the end you sort of slow down and become worse. But Messi is still amazing. He's still better than most forwards will ever be. Like, people who you'd call world class probably dream to be at the level of Messi, even on his worst day. And his work rates really ruin him in game because he does sit back for some reason, even though he's got low defensive work rate, which really annoys me. But he's Messi. I think he should keep a 94 rating. I really do. I think he's a great footballer. Obviously, probably the most famous footballer alive. Arguably joint with this man, Ronaldo. I've got his striker card, just get more chemistry. Although I don't think he's a great striker, 6'1" doesn't exactly help, although his jumping's pretty good. Ronaldo, he needs to be 94 next year. He needs to be on level with Messi. He's been so good this season. He's good every season. And I think the difference between Messi and Ronaldo is no longer as large as it used to be. I think he's absolutely rubbish in game. I'm going to say this about pretty much every big player. I just don't like them. Like, I've used him in sort of co-op seasons, and I've used him in career mode as well when I did a little Real career. Didn't last very long though, because Real career is a bit boring. But I just thought he wasn't great, to be honest. I think, in my opinion, the best player in FIFA is between Neymar and Bale. Like, as in high-rated players. Bale is always good for me. I think I'd probably say Bale, but Neymar for those 5-star skills. Talking about Neymar, here he is, and I think he should be a 91 next year. He got a 90 upgrade, as you can see here. He's so good in FIFA, like he always is. Probably too weak though. I think he would be the best player in FIFA in terms of actually playing if he had like at least sort of 67 physical. I think once players hit that, they're sort of good for wingers. Some of my favourite wingers, sort of Inaki Williams, etc., got super strength. He is just so good in FIFA. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that. I probably said that over and over today, but like, that is the issue, is I think he's not strong enough to really compete. Like, Bale's got, what, 80 physical, I'm going to say? I'm going to guess 80 physical for Bale, although I can't exactly remember. Is it 80 physical? It is, yeah. So, really, he probably would be better than Bale if he was a little bit stronger. Anyway, that is what I think the Team of the Year for this year, FIFA 16, should be next year on FIFA 17. Not that massive changes. When I do another video like United, or maybe another team, I'm not sure. If you want to see me do another team, leave it in the comments. But this, for me, the ratings are very good for these big players, but once you get to other players who maybe aren't as highly rated, they do get a lot of change. So that's what I think. I'm going to leave you there. Leave obviously in the comments what you think about the ratings, maybe some other teams I can do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.